Welcome, everyone. We are live. Live on this beautiful Wednesday morning. I won't keep you long because I got to be at work a little bit earlier today. But today we're talking about sweet emotions. Sweet emotions. You see, most of us tend to shy away from emotions or try to suppress the emotions or just try to ignore and pretend that they're not there. But emotions are there by way of law. Emotions are there by way of law. How so? Well, if you did not have emotions, how would you know what you were feeling or experiencing, or if you liked it or did not like it? You see, emotions are not your enemy. Emotions are not the enemy. They're not friends. They just have a role to play. When you experience an emotion, it is up to you to recognize if that emotion is something you want to embody, right? Listen, we're going to get angry because we're human. You be in a crowd, listen, be on a crowded bus or train and have somebody step on you. Oh, Lord, it is no fun, is it? Whoo! Especially if you got bunions, but heaven help us. Somebody steps on you, ow! And then they don't even say sorry. It's like they never even saw you. Of course that makes you angry. Of course it does. But what are we going to do? We've got a couple of choices. You can give in to the anger or the rage. Yes, of course you can give in. That's totally up to you. But every cause has its effect, and every effect has its cause. So what are you going to do? What is the outcome that you would like from the situation? Your emotion is there to ask you that question. Do you want to follow through, or do you want to embody this one or pass? You don't have to give in to the emotion. You acknowledge it because it's telling you how you feel. It's telling you what you believe. We get into arguments a lot of the time because people say we have unfair expectations of another. But really, if you unpack that one a little bit more, you begin to understand you are angry or upset because of something you are going through. And it's just that that person happens to be there. It could be the person there. It could be the wall that's there. We all know what that's like. We've all banged doors before. Fine, bang the door if you have to. Stamp your feet if you have to. Scream if you need to. It's perfectly fine. But then as soon as that moment passes, evaluate it. What caused you to do it? What caused you to respond in the way that you did? See, that's what we look at. What caused you to respond in the fashion that you did? Answer that question in your mind's eye. Don't belittle the emotion. Don't be angry at the fact that you slammed the door. You felt like you lost your cool. Don't be mad at that. Look at it and comprehend, understand why you did it. Why did you do it? See, that's the part. If we can be honest with ourselves and look at our emotions, don't ignore them. Don't run away from them. Don't do that. Because you acknowledge an emotion does not mean you have to take it and run with it. It just means you're saying, I see you, but I choose to do this instead. You see, you would have to know why you would do something else instead. Which means when you comprehend or understand your emotions, you make better choices. Well, of course you would naturally, because when the emotion is there and it is hot, it could be sweet, it could be cool, it could be hot, it doesn't matter. The point is, when that emotion is there, taste it first. Instead of just committing and throwing the gauntlet and cussing somebody out and fighting fisticuffs in the streets, ask yourself, wait, what kind of mood am I in that I would respond this way? And do I want to be in that mood? Because if I remain in that mood, well then, if I remain in that mood, well, I know what the outcome will be. Because as within, so without. You see, we can be the ones to talk ourselves in and out of any situation. If you're having a quote unquote rough day, you can be the one to talk yourself down from that by simply acknowledging what you're feeling. It's as simple as that. You walk in that room and it's a mess, and your husband is on the couch eating popcorn, dropping popcorn everywhere, and you come in the door and you see a mess. Your first instinct sometimes is to do what? I know. And that's perfectly natural, because look at the day you've had. Been busy all day long, working all day long, right? And it feels like you're getting no help because you feel like you're not being heard. But you see, you can only interpret those things through that lens of feeling like you're not being heard, not being respected. So, of course, the natural thing to do is to holler a little louder. But if you recognize your mood and where you're coming from, then you'll know, oh, I can diffuse a situation before it starts. See, that's the beauty of what we've got, you know? That's what the law helps us to do. Mentalism, the all is mind. The universe is a mental creation. You start to see yourself and you say, ooh, you know, I'm feeling real good today. And listen, as I tell people, you don't always have to be happy, because you can't be happy all day long. You, we have experiences based upon choices we make. So whatever choice you made, we ebb and we flow. So no, you're not going to be happy all day long. But there is one thing that you will know, though. You'll know what you're anchored in. You see, when you know what you are anchored in, then your emotions begin to make sense. When you recognize that, wait a minute, I am anchored in principle. I know who I am. I know what I am, because I am that. And whatever I say I am is what I have to be. I love this law principle. I do. So if I want to change, all I have to do is see what I want to become. That's it. And you start to see what it is you say you want to become. And when you see it, you will feel it, because it will send a thrill through you. And you say, yep, that's exactly how I want to feel. You see, we go through the emotions. Listen to it. We go through them. We go through them. Not around, through. Why? Because it is natural. There's nothing that man can experience that has not been done before. We all experience these emotions. But you see, you will express that emotion based upon who you say you are. Oh, I've been abandoned most of my life. Well, you're going to behave in such a fashion. Your emotions will come from that place, because it is who you say you are. Well, you know, if I've been abandoned for so many times, then maybe nobody wants me. Maybe I'm unwanted. Maybe I'm not worthy. And so when you start saying that, well, then your emotions will rise from that place. Your emotions are the effect, not the cause, the effect of who you say you are. You see, we may have been abandoned. We may have been neglected. But the person who did it to us, they were in a state. They did only according to the state, not because they were mean or cruel. Oh, Angela, You can't say that because you don't know what I've been through. You don't know what it was like. So you say. You think because I haven't told you my life story that I don't understand you? Of course I understand you. But what I am trying to convey to you is there are a couple of options. What good is it to us and the rest of the world if you hide your beauty behind what? Nobody wants me. That serves no one, especially you. And it may be challenging or hard to go through that. But you know what helped me and what still helps me? What I am anchored to. Those principles tell you the all is mind, the universe is a mental creation. As within, so without, as above, so below. I move. I am moving from where I was to where I'm going. I don't have to remain the same. I don't. And I don't have to hate myself. I don't have to do that. Why not? You know, there's a little scripture in the Bible. I love it because Jesus was asking the disciples, hey, what does the world think of me? When you go out there in the world, what are they saying about me? And the disciples responded with, well, you know, Jesus, some people say you're the prophet Elijah. Some of them say you're John the Baptist come again. Some of them say you're a great prophet come again. And Jesus said, oh, wow, really? They say that about me? But what do you say about me? You know what that scripture is showing you? It is showing you the rest of the world will have an opinion about you. But their opinion is only based from a distance. They only see you in passing. But when Jesus asked, who do you say I am? You know where he was asking that question from? A place of intimacy. They spent all day, every day with Jesus. Well, you spend all day, every day with you. So who do you say that you are? You see, people are always going to have an opinion of you because such is the nature of man. But they are on the outside looking in. It's just an opinion. So don't feel bad. Don't get in your feelings about it. It's natural. You do it. I do it. We look at somebody and go, So we say, but the only opinion that matters is the one you reflect back from that mirror. So today, as you go through the world, see those emotions that you have? Remember, they are there because of who you say that you are. That's the most important thing. And if you do that, oh, but Angela, isn't that selfish? Let me ask you a question. Don't you think it is in your best interest? You know, like if you're raising small children and they're small children. Listen, they do things. They put Lego up their nose and you're like, really? You're gonna do that? Now, what what kind of mood do you think would help you best? It is about you. It's about you. Because if you allow what's going on in the outside world, I think in the world of psychiatry, they call this self-regulation. Surprise. Well, it wouldn't be mommy regulation, would it? It has to be self. Because it is self does not make you selfish. You see, we get those two things conflated all the time. I trust I'm using it in the right context, that word. It has to be selfish, but not in the way that the world sees it. Oh, you only do things for you. So when the flight attendant tells you put your own mask on first, is that selfish? If you can't help you, how can you help someone else? You have to be selfish, which means to take care of self first so that you can do what? Well, as within, so without. So if you deal with your emotions first, not by hiding them, but by looking at them and saying, oh, I see where that came from. Oh, that's my mood. And you begin to regulate the self. Don't let me get all Nate Dogg and Warren G on you today. Gotta regulate. Don't make me do that. Too late. But you understand what I'm saying to you. So to govern yourself is not selfish, it is for your best interest. So I think if we perhaps would answer that question like Jesus asked it, who do you say I am? Who do you say I am? Who are you? Who are you? Who? Right? I'm on YouTube, can't sing so much. You know what I'm saying? So when you decide who and what it is you are, well, then you'll understand the emotion that follows. Because the emotion has to confirm for you who you say that you are. You know how there's, I'm gonna say it, don't come for me, okay? I'm just saying, I'm a bad bitch. That's what they say. But what does that mean to you? Does that mean you're bold? Does that mean you are courageous? She's a bad mama down. What are you? Whatever you say you are, your emotions will follow suit to confirm why. Because every seed must grow after its own kind. I can't say I'm a pomegranate and then be an orange. It can't work. So if I'm a pomegranate, oh, that's what I gotta be like. I gotta be sweet like that. Right? Tasty, tempting. Because that's what a pomegranate is, really, you know. So what you say you are, your emotions will confirm it for you. How do I know? Haven't you ever said, I'm so mad I could spit nails, right? The body responds. The emotion has to match. So your emotions are neither enemy nor friend. They just simply show you the evidence of what is within. So you don't get mad at them. What for? You don't try to hide them. What for? Interpret and understand or comprehend yourself, and you will comprehend your emotion. And if you comprehend your emotion, when you begin to watch other people, you will understand them as well. Mm. Isn't that something? So today, my lovely friends, who's here? Let's go. Hey, Hilarion. I see y'all here on Twitter. I love seeing you. I truly do. Who's on YouTube and Facebook this morning? Oh, hello, the better man. He says, good morning, Angela. I need this lesson. Hey, we all need this lesson. And we out here in these streets trying to teach our children, don't get mad like that. Ah, don't just tell them not to. Help them to understand. Oh, but Angela, they're so young. No, 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 no. Help them to understand what's happening. Don't punish them because they express something. Oh, you shouldn't say that. No, teach them, guide them. That's what it means to discipline after all. To disciple, to teach, to show. Teach them what that thing feels like in their body so that they can say to you, Mama, I feel like this. Oh, you see? That's what we do. Hey, fan base. Miss McQueen. Hey, honey. Big Mike is in the house. Happy Moon and Dolphins.
Good morning.
Good morning, honey. Flo Smiles, Oracle Treehouse. CM and KZ are kicking it with us today. Listen, your emotions, as I said, are neither enemy nor friend. Oh, I'm in a bad mood. Why? Don't just run with, I'm in a bad mood and you better not cross me today. Why would you run with that? To whose benefit? Look at the effect that that's going to bring. It's going to bring you some arguments. Do you want that? You want to argue today? You could say, not today, devil. You could say that. But if you comprehend your mood, you will understand the emotion. And then it all becomes sweet, not because it is good, bad, or indifferent, but because you comprehend it, because you understand. That is why we don't run away from or shy away from these sweet emotions. In that um Aerosmith, but
Aerosmith. That's my ringtone, interestingly enough, right now.
well, isn't that something, Oracle Treehouse? There are no coincidences. So you see, the emotions are sweet because you understand. You see, when the scripture tells you, my people perish for lack of knowledge. You see, when we don't know something, when we don't understand something, we act in a way that shows that you don't understand it. But when you actually comprehend, because to comprehend means to have a deeper understanding of something. Yeah, you can understand it, but ooh, when you comprehend, now that's a deeper level. So today, when you hear the bowl, I don't know if you'll get bird song because that baby is asleep. But this morning, what kind of a commitment do you want to make? Hmm? You want to recognize the mood that you're in so you can predict your emotion? Oh, look at you. Hey, you know your mood, you can't predict anything. Why? Because when you know the cause, you know the effect that it's going to bring. And if you know the effect, well, you will find the cause. So nothing is a mystery to you. It's not, oh my God, it caught me by surprise. No, you just weren't looking. So you see, watch yourself. Look, don't make me do it. Watch yourself. Show me what you're working with. I digress. Sorry, that cracked me up. But that's what you do. You watch you. Because when you know you, what does it tell you in the art of war? You know you, you'll know your enemy. Because the nature of man is all the same. But it is you who's the biggest challenge. You have to know you. So that you know you'll know exactly your emotions. And you'll know how to deal with it. They're not something to be shoved away or shy away from. Comprehend them and you will understand you. Know yourself and you will know God. Oh, fancy that. Anywho, let me get this bowl, y'all, because I don't want to prattle on. I got to leave in a half an hour. I sure do have to leave in a half an hour. But you know I love you, right? Got to make sure I don't accidentally turn on my camera. I don't want to frighten you. Let's get the bowl. And as you hear it this morning, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Get to know you? Getting to know you. Yeah, well, anyhow. Countdown initiated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Much love to you, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, fan base. Much love to you all. Fan base, you know, just hang tight. We coming. So YouTube and Facebook, Twitter, I'll see you tonight if you want to spend some time with us before you fall asleep. I don't recall what the lecture is, but you know, it'll all come back to me. Last night's lecture. You missed a good one if you weren't here. Oh, Lord have mercy. Check it out. You'll see it. You'll see it. My name forever is. That's the lecture from last night. Check it out. It was, whew, it was lit, let me tell you. A real eye opener. So you do that. And I'll see you tonight if you are free and you want to hang out with us and fall asleep with us. You can do that. All right, y'all. Peace out, Twitter. Much love to you. Let's go and Hilarion. See you later. YouTube and Facebook. Thank you for being here. The better man. I'll catch you around. And everybody else who didn't make themselves known in the chat, I see you too. So much love, YouTube.